this thing on? Yeah, it's already on. So, okay, as the title says, thinking deeply is such an evolutionary curse. I have four things that I want to talk about, and this is just personally about me. Of course, it's always gonna be about some of us personally. It's always gonna be like about what I think. Uh, that's what uh, that's what we get for having ego, I guess. Anyway, so I apologize if there's a lot of noise in the background and that light. Okay, I might close that off right now. Okay, there we go. Goodness me, dude. The hair did not change. Anyway, so yeah. To start off, I just graduated, and not actually graduated. I graduated like what 4 or 5 months ago from high school. Well, specifically senior high school. Um, I guess there's a difference, but anyway, graduated that, and everything like before or even beyond our play. Right, we had a play basically for one of our last um, like events in my school, and it was really good. It was really memorable. It was the most amazing experience I had in such a long time since I've been alive. Um, anyway, so that's that. I want to talk about that because I basically use this channel as my log, and into the hopes that no one I know finds this, because this is only for me, it is mine only. Anyway, so I wrote here saying that not finding love, meaning, or something that just feels about right. So one of the few things that I want to be talking about. When I say love, I don't mean like love in a romantic, or platonic, or a platonic way. It could mean some of those things, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. I guess in a way that I guess as C.S. Lewis says, right? I get so many like desires from this world, from this physical reality, from this thing that we're living right now in a state of being. And I think he means by that is like I don't get satisfied with something that's just this or physical or something out of here. Like I desire something beyond. But that's not really what I'm saying. I guess what I'm saying is just something that I'm feeling, and it's just something that I literally cannot describe. I've been like studying a lot with consciousness philosophy, like how the neuroscience about it, and how I've recently been into like a lot of theological stuff as well, studying. As you know, if like anyone here like views my channel, actually I don't view this anyone. I have a separate channel for stuff like that. Anyway, so meaning, I never really cared much about meaning before. I used to consider myself as an optimistic nihilist. Now that I've learned a lot, right, about the Bible, well, not just the Bible, just in terms about consciousness as well, the nature of consciousness, the subjective experience, qualia, and other people's experiences, another historical like scriptures, right? Of like, okay, there may be something more to this, right? Like saying that nothing matters, there's no meaning. We might actually be wrong about that. I might actually be wrong about that. I don't know. So like I'm pretty much agnostic about a lot of times now. Also, like, what does that have to do with like I guess with SHS or senior high school graduation, finding love or meaning? I guess it just comes out like this because I recently started, like, even before then. Okay, that guy's gone. I hope so. I should probably turn this electric fan off, but like I'm gonna get sweaty, and it's like I just hope you guys can hear my voice from over here. Anyway, um, not finding love or meaning or something that just feels right. That's what it says. I just literally read it again. So yeah, uh, I'm saying that because this may just be like, I mean, I don't know, right? It may not be. It's thinking deeply is such an evolutionary curse because like I'm already thinking deeply. And like I'm pretty sure like anyone, right, who says they don't think like this, sometimes or often or not at all in their life, they're probably lying. Like I uh, I basically think that that's not possible because we're just like rooted into thinking things deeply. So like there's no such thing as like you can't think of things like not deeply, you know. So anyway, that's that. And another thing is that my life always sort of like ends in a way that I didn't expect. There's like gonna be a lot of personal things that I won't say here, but what I would say is that it's turning off. What I would say is that I always maybe I just have a like relationship problem. Maybe that's just it. Like maybe I'm just doomed about like relationship problems like that. Like it's maybe that's just a deterministic thing that just happens. Um, it's whenever I'm trying, at least from the start of high school or the start of high school and the end of high school. Well, not really. The start of high school was like actually amazing, but like when it ends, it's just bad. It's always a bad ending. And it's the same thing with senior high school. I guess it's like starts off great and starts off bad. Um, it's in a way that I didn't expect. I guess I don't would re- I don't I wouldn't really like label it as something like a bad ending. I guess it's it's just a way that I'm like it's a way that I didn't expect it because like I'm pretty much like okay, like stuff like that is just gonna happen, like you know. But like I guess I haven't really thought of it deeply before. Like I've always like had bad endings when it's like in high school for some reason. Elementary though was the greatest years of my life. Literally the greatest years of my life, bro. But like there's some like you know, I would have grown up as a person now. Anyway, so that's that. Thinking of that even scares me more. Or maybe like right now I'm calm, right? But thinking of that scares me in a lot of ways that gonna go off with a bad ending. Like you know, like what if this thing just like yeah keep fading like relationships or not just I guess not just relationships. Um, when whichever that may be, right? Like if it's platonic, if it's romantic, if it's something else. I mean, I guess I take it as how Arthur Schopenhauer says, right? Like life is just suffering. It's just rooted into life. Like you literally just have suffering. If you desire something and like take pleasure in it, like suffering is already there. Like you know, you can't have pleasure without suffering. Uh, anyway, so yeah, I thought of like it's mostly like about ending, right? Like it's mostly about like especially if like my life ends in a it's even making me stutter now. It's like making me a little scared because like that is terrifying to like to think about. Like you know, um, it may just be like a me problem or it's just something that like is rooted into my like uh, my brain or something that causes me to make mistakes like that. I know it is. Like I like that's why I've gotten help for a few times now. I won't say much, but I guess what I would say is that there's a lot of like guess miscommunications as well. There's a lot of things that just that I don't understand, right? And others are more like psychological thing. I guess it is more of a personal thing now as well. Yeah, it's not just like relationships that scares me in ending things. Like for example, like when my life ends and I end off with a really bad like ending of that. That doesn't make me feel good, and you're hearing like those here. That doesn't make me obviously it doesn't make me feel good. And I guess I just want to like lay it down here. Probably gonna stop the video. There's a lot of noise. I'm so sorry if it's like a distraction. But hey, at least it's like pretty realistic. At least I'm not like trying to perfect it. Like I pretty much like past that. To be honest, like I'm trying to record. That's it. Like hopefully I'll get like good like equipments for it someday. But yeah, so those are the 4 things that I want to talk about. Probably list them. So somewhere in the description. Thinking deeply is an evolutionary curse.